MOOC, is an acronym that since more than a decade has been gaining popularity. It refers to a specific format of education. We will try to analyze its meaning under several points of view. To begin with, the M stands for massive, meaning that it is something that can reach a high number of people, undoubtedly a promising starting point for an educative thing. The first O, then, stands for open, which can be given several meanings. We could interpret it as free of charge, as well as open in the sense of having no time limits, or open to anybody, without the need of an admission test. Or, again, open with no restrictions at all, not by prerequisite education, nor of any other kind. The actual meaning of this term varies from case to case, and under the term MOOC we can find several types of course. The next attribute is the O, of online. And this of course means that is a course that can be taken remotely, with no geographic limitations, provided you have an internet connection. And in turn this means you can manage your own schedule, at least to some extent. And it often allows interaction and communications among the participants, and with the teacher, if any. Even if this is not true in all the cases. In the end, you would expect from an MOOC some degree of flexibility, to allow participants to personalize their learning. Finally, C simply indicates that it is a course. So we can take for granted that it transmits knowledge. Even if it would be desirable that it also transmits higher level knowledges, and this is usually achieved by allowing interactions among students and also with the teachers. A MOOC, then, is a massive open online course. The wide scope of such a definition allowed since the beginning to make some distinctions, the first being to distinguish between CMOOCs and XMOOCs. By CMOOCs we mean a course that relies on the interactions among participants, to enrich the learning. The prefix C comes from the connectivist characteristics of such an approach to teaching. On the other hand, XMOOCs focus primarily on the scientific, academic or professional content to be transmitted. This initial dual distinction has been left behind, to adopt new more detailed ones, that could more precisely describe the attributes of each course. So, to accept the classification defined by Clark, we could distinguish among the following types. Transfer MOOC, old-style courses that are converted to massive, open and online format. Made MOOCs. More innovative, effectively use videos and interactive resources. They usually are of a higher quality. Sync MOOCs. With fixed start and end dates. On the contrary, async MOOCs allow a more flexible schedule, with no fixed start or end dates. Adaptive MOOCs provide personalized learning experiences, based on dynamic assessments and making extensive use of data gathered during the course itself, learning analytics. Group MOOCs, focus here is on small groups collaboration. On the other hand, connectivist MOOCs put more emphasis on the connections in a wider network of participants. Finally, mini MOOCs is the term for courses with limited scope, respect to the original concept of MOOC. Another classification, based on a viewpoint almost orthogonal respect to the previous one, was introduced by Connell, who took into consideration the following attributes. The degree of openness. The scale of participation, massification. The amount of use of multimedia. The amount of communication. The extent to which collaboration is included. The type of learner pathway, from learner-centered to teacher-centered and highly structured. The level of quality assurance. The extent to which reflection is encouraged. The level of assessment. How informal or formal it is. Autonomy. And diversity. Naturally, a course can combine many of these attributes at the same time, apart from those that are mutually exclusive, like transfer and made, or sync and async. To wrap up this brief description, we would like to highlight a special aspect of MOOCs. In his work, Connell cites the economist Christensen, stating that MOOCs are, legitimately, a disruptive technology. This concept describes how, basing on economy laws, big companies use to concentrate their attention on the requirements coming from the most profitable market segment. In other words, they strive to satisfy the most important markets, and do not take care of niches. A disruptive technology is the one that is innovative but with low quality, and that addresses a limited market, made of people willing to take advantage of a new and cheap technology. It may happen, though, that with time the new technology improves in quality, and its market growths, starting to compete with the legacy technology. The result is generally that big companies start getting interested in the new technology, forced by the strength of the new market, that becomes now dominant. Clear examples are digital photography, and MP3 technology in music industry. Now, if we accept the observation that MOOCs are a disruptive technology in education industry, we can foresee a similar evolution. So, we can say that MOOCs, as of today, do not offer education with the same quality standards of the in-class courses of the best universities and schools. Nevertheless, the institutions that offer MOOCs can reach people with specific training needs, or who cannot take for whatever reason, regular classes. With time, MOOCs quality will become competitive, possibly thanks to the adoption of better and better technologies, and to the increased teaching skills. With this forecast, it is to expect that there will be a time when most of the courses are online. And, just like it happened with digital cameras, there will be great and expensive MOOCs, as well as cheap and lower quality ones. In any case, future is to be known only when it's already past, and with no doubt we are witnessing the beginning of this supposed technological revolution. With much to do, and with the chance to influence to some extent the evolution of MOOCs and of education. We arrived at the end of this short presentation. Thanks for watching.